Far away from the hustle of city life, on the edge of a small rural town, lay the infamous Cold Woods, a dense, eerie forest where even sunlight barely touched the ground during the day. The locals avoided it ever since a series of mysterious incidents occurred years ago that no one could ever explain. Ryan and Jason, two fitness enthusiasts, loved exploring new jogging trails. Bored of the usual routes, they constantly looked for fresh, adventurous paths to spice up their routine. One chilly morning, with a soft breeze and gray clouds hanging overhead, Jason turned to Ryan and said, "Hey man, I've heard there's a trail through Cold Woods. It's supposed to be long, peaceful, and kind of thrilling." Ryan hesitated. "I've heard weird stories about that place. People say something's off in those woods." Jason laughed. "Dude, every forest has its myths. Don't be a chicken. Let's go have some fun." Eventually, they agreed to meet the next morning at 6 a.m. to jog through Cold Woods. Dressed in their tracksuits, earbuds in place, and shoes tightly laced, they arrived at the entrance. The forest path was tranquil, a carpet of red leaves, towering green trees, and not a soul in sight. But beneath that calm was a strange weight in the air, as if something unseen was watching them. A few minutes into the jog, they passed an old wooden sign that read, "Do not proceed beyond this point, danger ahead." Ryan paused. "Jason, I think we should turn back." Jason winked. "Come on, man. That's just part of the thrill. Let's see what lies ahead." They ignored the warning and kept jogging. Soon they came across a small lake with a broken wooden bench beside it. Sitting silently on the bench was an old woman staring directly at them. Her eyes were empty and unnervingly red, like they had been stained with blood. Jason casually waved, "Good morning, Grandma." But she didn't respond. She just stared. Feeling a little uneasy, they kept jogging, trying to brush it off. As they went deeper into the woods, their network signal vanished. No more music, no more bird sounds. Even the wind felt heavier, colder. Suddenly, a sharp, shrieking noise echoed from behind the trees. "What the hell was that?" Ryan's voice trembled. Jason shrugged. "Probably a fox or some forest animal." But when they looked toward the sound, they saw something. A tall shadow, human-shaped, but floating above the ground. Its face was hidden, but where eyes should have been, there were only hollow, dark voids. Ryan screamed, "Run, Jason!" They sprinted, but the path had changed. The trail they came from was now covered in thick fog and jagged stones. It didn't make sense. "This can't be! We came straight down this way! Where the hell's the path?" Jason shouted. Then came a chilling sound, someone laughing. But not a normal laugh. It sounded like an old broken tape recorder echoing in the mist. Closer and closer. Both ran as fast as they could. The fog thickened. The floating shadow appeared at every turn. The ground felt damp like blood had been freshly spilled. "Oh," Ryan hid behind a tree, panting. "Jason, that thing, it's not human. Its eyes were just holes." Jason, shaking, tried to stay composed. "We need to stay calm. There has to be another way out." But the forest had changed. The trees were twisted, paths unrecognizable, and a whisper surrounded them from all directions. "Go back. This place is not yours." Then Ryan spotted something, an ancient, half-collapsed temple, glowing faintly from inside. They rushed toward it, hoping to regroup. As soon as they stepped inside, a gust of wind slammed the stone door shut behind them. It wouldn't budge, no matter how hard they pushed. The only light came from a flickering torch that lit itself. The temple walls were covered in carvings, crying faces, bleeding eyes, and below them, one chilling phrase: "He who enters shall either be the sacrifice or the prey." Ryan whispered, "This place, it's not going to let us leave." Suddenly, a crack opened in the wall. The same old woman from the lake emerged, but her face was now monstrous. Her eyes glowed red, and her mouth was slashed from ear to ear, like someone had carved it while she was alive. "You can't leave now. You belong to this forest," she said in a voice soaked with blood, hate and vengeance. Ryan gasped. "Who are you?" She smiled darkly. "I am the mother of the shadow you disturbed. Every year, wanderers like you awaken his hunger, and the forest's thirst is never satisfied." Jason grabbed a broken wooden stick and lunged at her. It cracked against her, but she only laughed and vanished into smoke. Then the ground beneath them began to shake. A large crack opened. Both fell into darkness. When they opened their eyes, they were in a circular pit surrounded by skeletons. Some without skulls, some twisted, all with expressions of pure terror. A voice boomed from above. "Jason! Ryan! Only one of you can leave. The other must remain." Ryan screamed, "No! What kind of sick game is this?" Jason found a sharp dagger in his hand. In front of Ryan, a red glowing circle appeared on the floor, as if the forest had chosen the sacrifice. "Kill him, or stay forever," the voice echoed again. Jason's hands trembled. Ryan was in tears. "I'm your brother, Jason. If it saves your life, let me be the sacrifice. Just promise me you'll live." Jason was frozen. Kill his best friend or die together? The shadow appeared again, closer, clearer. Its face was now visible. It was no longer human. Its mouth stretched open, and its glowing red eyes pierced through the dark. "Time is up. A soul must be claimed." Jason looked at Ryan. Memories flashed childhood. Biking together, fights, tears, brotherhood. He dropped the knife and yelled, "Take me instead! Let Ryan go! I offer myself!" The forest roared. The shadow paused. Chains rattled. Time froze. Then Ryan saw Jason's body lift into the air, his face contorted with pain, but he smiled. "Live on, brother. I gave my life for our friendship." Ryan screamed. "No, Jason!" A blinding flash, then silence. When Ryan woke up, he was back at the trail where their jog had started. It was morning. Sunlight filtered through the trees. Birds chirped. The path was clear. But Jason was gone. In his hand was an old piece of paper, written in Jason's handwriting. "Dying for a friend is easy, but honoring that friendship is where true courage lies. If you're alive, tell them. Cold Woods is still hungry. And next time, it will be someone else's turn." Ryan wiped his tears and kept watching the edge of the forest. Every new jogger, every smiling face, felt like the start of another nightmare. They say if you jog through Cold Woods early in the morning and lose your way, a shadow begins to follow you. And if your friendship isn't strong, the forest keeps both souls forever. To this day, a figure still roams those woods. Jason. He became the symbol of loyalty and the new guardian of the cursed Cold Woods.